Bro, look at this drip right now. You know what I'm saying? Got that Envision clothing shirt. Link in the description. Got the old school Nike shorts, Elites. Got the Nike socks and the Crocs. And then the Titleist golf cap. Houston Astros, baby, we in the playoffs. With the matching ball marker. Son, someone give me a towel because this drip is uncontrollable right now. Roll it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Channel's name is The Third Ernest. I'm Ernest Adiano the Third. Y'all guys are The Third Family. If you're new here and you like what you see at the end of the video, please consider becoming part of the family. I'm not gonna ask you to become part of the family now because you don't even know what the hell you're getting into. It's like a car salesman asking you to sign on the dotted line. You haven't even test drove the car. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see by the title, today we got 21 Pilots once again. I didn't forget about these boys, but today we got a highly anticipated request by basically every 21 Pilots fan that saw my other videos. And that's Car Radio. Now I didn't realize that these dudes are so old in the game. We're talking about this is on an album like from 2011. I remember like 2015 time frame. 2011? But yo, everybody hyped up this song Car Radio. They said it's all rap, you know, they said it's pretty deep, what have you. So we're gonna just jump off into it and see what we got. I'm in awe of how bad I was sleeping. This video has 232 million views. Like, where was I during the last 6 years? Was I just not believing in the hype because they were on the shittiest radio stations of all time in San Antonio, Texas? That's probably most of the reason. That's actually all of the reason, to be honest. But yo, 232 million views in 6 years? That's good. That's more than good. That's great. Like Frosted Flakes. But let's get it, fam. Let's see what we got. 21 Pilots, Car Radio. Let's get it.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire.
Bro, his voice has changed big time. Or maybe it's the production, or maybe it's the production on his vocals. It's way higher pitched here. Maybe that's just me, but that's crazy how different his voice sounds between this song and Lane Boy.
Fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
He said, I know it's dire, my time today. It's dire for everybody, fam. Time is dire no matter what. The shit keeps moving forward regardless if you want it to or not. So every second that goes by is a second that's no longer available. You're 1 second older, you're 1 second closer to death. And people who suffer from anxiety and people who suffer from mental illness or what have you, a lot of y'all said that he does suffer from his own like individual mental ailments. That is even magnified to a greater extent. Like, it's one thing to know that time is passing, but imagine like just constantly being aware of it and constantly being aware that every second that goes by, you no longer have to do what you desire to do. It weighs on your mind, fam. And the movements and the hand gestures and like the way he's sitting in the corner of the bathroom, it's all very real for a lot of people.
Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real.
He's going off on this, like, the song is not going off, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a hard-ass song, but the lyrics are deep AF, fam. He said sometimes quiet is violent. We've all been there, where you have time alone to think to yourself and you become your own worst enemy. Like, sometimes you just need the distraction, which is why people watch TV. You know, they do whatever they gotta do to keep their mind off of what's really going on inside. Because once they get that moment of silence and their brain has time to talk to them, that's when the anxiety kicks in and the anxiety can feel overwhelming. Sometimes silence is violent. Not saying violence against himself, but just like mentally violent within himself. That's a crazy line. And his skin screams and reminds him of the person that he killed in his dream. And that person that he killed in his dream is probably him. Probably all the things that he wished to be. But he killed that side of him that had dreams and aspirations, probably by overthinking situations. Because a lot of us do that. We think that we can't do certain things. Like, there's nothing saying that we can't do it other than ourselves. And the side of you that holds all the self-doubt and the lack of confidence, normally that's the side that wins a lot more than the side that says, get the courage to go do something, even if you fail. You're killing your own dreams, fam. And I still don't know what the car means yet. I don't know if that's a metaphor. I don't know if that's like a real thing. The drum lines are always dope. Sometimes we just need to get rid of hair. It's a very symbolic thing to just cut off hair that you've been growing. If Britney did it, you can do it too, fam. It's Britney, bitch.
I ponder of something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. I find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound.
Bro, he said over the course of human existence, only one thing consists of consistence. That's dope wordplay right there and rhyme scheme. And he said that one thing that is consistent is fear. Bro, I was just saying that you kill your own dreams and your own vibe and your own destiny deep inside because of the fear that is overwhelming. Like the fear takes over and says that you can't do it, so you don't even try. Please stop thinking I liked it better when my car had sound. And the more the song goes on, the more it feels like the car is just a metaphor. Like the car is just life. You're just driving toward, you're just driving forward. And there's nothing to distract you from your own vulnerability deep inside. Like you have distractions in the real world. You have work, you have friends, you have going out, you have drinking, you got music, you got movies, you got TV shows. When all that shit and all that entertainment subsides and it's just you and your thoughts, can you handle who you are deep down? Can you handle the vulnerability that you have within yourself? Can you answer to yourself? And he says, I liked it better when I didn't even have to think about that. That's dope.
Peace will win and fear will lose. There's faith and there's sleep. We need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. And I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Ooh. Ooh. That production's fire, that synthesizer, ooh. Bro, the drums just like give you like that vibe. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Linkin Park Minutes to Midnight Linkin Park. It was no longer so much like rap, rock, new metal. It was more like an alternative type track sound. And that's what it sounds like right here. And he said there's two things, peace and fear, and then there's faith, and then there's sleep. And he said we need to pick one. We can't have both. We can't choose to be asleep and choose to be sheep at the same time trying to walk by faith. That's not how shit works in this life, fam. And he said because faith is to be awake. And to be awake is to think. So faith is to think, but thinking is the same as being alive. Because without thinking, who are you? You're just a follower. You're not being yourself. You're not being anything other than what somebody else wants you to be. So death will never transpire if you think, if you're alive, and if you have faith, because that's all within the same thing. And he says, no matter what in these rhymes, I'm always going to try to get you to think. And y'all have let me know plenty of times that there's almost like not a single song that 21 Pilots has where it doesn't mean something. But this whole verse right here is just so fire, and the irony in the fact that he doesn't want to think himself, that's crazy. Bro, they just like tell everybody in the crowd at this stage, at this concert that like, yo, we're gonna shoot the music video for car radio right here. I'm gonna go in the back, we're gonna shoot the video, I'm gonna put on this mask, and I want all of y'all to be quiet and just face the center aisle. That's dope. That's something that's so dope about 21 Pilots and NF is that their music videos, they always feature their fans. Like there's no doubles, there's no stunt people, there's no actors. It's all just the fans. That's sick, I love that shit. And I'm getting mad Swedish House Mafia Alesso vibes right now with the production, with the like, with that little vibe going on in the background. Oh, I just had saliva rowdy forming in my mouth right now. Waldo? Y'all see where's Waldo? Bah, right there. That's funny. That's so hard to do. Woo! Bruh.
Now I just sit in silence.
Ooh. Was that his screaming voice? Boy, that sounded clean. Let's rewind that real quick, because that was fire. I have yet to hear him scream, so that like caught me off guard.
And now I just sit in silence.
Dope.
And now I just sit. And now I just sit in silence. And now I just sit in silence.
That half tempo.
And now I just sit in silence. And now I just sit.
Bro, the whole transition and the pace in the music video. This is the second music video in a row where they incorporate a live performance into the video. The transition between the sound, the transition between the visuals that go along with the sound, shit's just sick. Bro, the whole place is empty?
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
No. And I don't even think I talked about the rhyme pattern on the hook. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace the slot from what I once bought. That's so fire. I was not expecting the end of that music video whatsoever. I wasn't expecting any point of the music video where he was gonna go live. But yo, the song itself, I love the different moods that 21 Pilots can put all into one song. We got like the very chill vibe, but like with the deep lyrics. And then we got the like electronic 2011 EDM Swedish House Mafia vibe. And then we got the hard rock vibe like going on all at the same time with the electronic synthesizers in the background. And then boom, we just take it right back to the beginning of the song. And the meaning of the song itself is so fire. Don't be afraid to let go of all the distractions and find out what's really going on inside. The distractions in life are a drug and we're addicted to the distractions. How many of you watching this video could really go without your phone for a week? Could really go without TV for a month? Could really go without internet for 3 days? Not too many of us, because what are you gonna have to do at that point? Actually think? All of these are distractions in the same way that drugs are a distraction from what's really going on in an addict's life. That they need to get help, that they need to better themselves. But we look at the addict and we say poor him, poor her, when really we're going through the same shit when it just doesn't have a physical side effect. So you just don't see it. But yo, dope ass song for sure. Where have I been the last 9 years? And I'm glad that y'all guys have told me to do this song. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold, man. I never had nothing hand. It took nothing for granted. It took nothing from no man. Man, I'm my own man. It's Kanye West. But really, if this is your first time here and you like what you saw, consider becoming part of the family, fam. Like I always say to the people who are repeat offenders that are not subscribed to the channel, and this is not your first video, figure it out. Get your life together. Subscribe already. And for all the people that are subscribed, I really appreciate your subscription. I love that y'all have been part of the family, whether you're from 1,000 all the way to 26,000, 27,000, whatever we're at now. If you're in a monetary position to be able to support the channel and have some throwaway money that you want to give to your boy, your favorite creator on YouTube, and you want exclusive content for that money that you're giving me, and supporting the channel, helping pay the bills for the laptop, the camera, the internet, all that shit, click the first link in the description, become a Patreon. Like I said in the last video, revamping the whole Patreon shit. It's gonna be all brand new for late October, early November. But yo, like I always say, I appreciate all of y'all's time. I know your time is valuable. I know it's dire. You know what I'm saying? 21 Pilots, no? All right, cool. But I try to make these videos as entertaining as possible. I know they're longer than your average reaction, your average breakdown. But yo, I got a lot of shit to say, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all guys being here. Like I always say at the end of all of my videos, go out there in the world, love and care for one another, love and care for each other. And I'll catch y'all guys in the next video. Peace.